the despair disease, and 2 consecutive murders. The thought of a third-class trial fills the remaining survivors with despair. Why would the disease be a motive? Why did Ibuki hang herself? And why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Survive the class trial, where mystery begets more mystery. Yes, I finally figured out that you could do that. My voice did just crack. And welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Blind. In the last one, we finished up the investigation in miraculously 2 episodes. And if you didn't see it and you're just jumping right ahead to the trial, which, I mean, fair enough, I guess. I also laid down that I am quite confident in saying that Mikan is the murderer this time. Or is kind of the murderer this time. Go look at last episode for the specifics of that. Whoa. Anyway, before we look through the evidence, I actually want to buy a skill real quick. I think it's one of the ones at the bottom, because as I learnt last time, I think is it this one? Increase sharpness by 5. As I learnt last time with the Fuyuhiko, I'll get the simple one first. Just in case. As we learnt last time, that game can get quite hard, but I think only having 2 extra ones will, be fine. Where's Hiyoko's skill? This one. It's not that great a skill, but, it sure is nice for time convenience. I don't really have to look, you know? Anyway, Monokuma file. There's not really much here, to be honest. Which is evidence in and of itself, as we've already been over in other trials. But, well, kind of been in other trials. But, yeah. Maybe the death was instant part for Hiyoko might be important. But other than that, I think this is effectively just evidence to say, you know, like, time of death is important. Okay, Blood on the Souls. That pretty much... This is sort of like the final sticking piece for me that Ibuki might have been the one to kill Hiyoko. Rope used for hanging. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was the rope used for hanging. The motel room key. I think we're going with the it couldn't be planted, but as far as I'm concerned, that's absolute bullshit. But hey, I mean, the last case 3 had something that was absolute bullshit too, so I'm not going to complain too much. The baton lighting thing. This is I don't think we actually got the other curtain as evidence. But yeah, as I said during the first part of the investigation, I think this suggests that Hiyoko's body was, like, hidden behind wallpaper. Because, you know, it seems pretty obvious that Hiyoko was killed first. So, you know, she didn't just turn up. Black curtain at the very back of the music stage. I'm not really sure the relevance of this yet. So... Oh, actually, it does specifically say that, it was probably bought from the supermarket. So, maybe what we're going to use that for is, like... it couldn't have been entirely, for example, one of the patients, in my case, Ibuki, because she's, like, the only one I even remotely suspect, because they didn't, like, leave the hospital or something. So, like, someone else had to go get it, which means that someone else was complicit in the crime, which is, you know, gonna be important, I'm sure. Stepladder was found on the music venue. yeah, not really sure how that's going to be useful, but I'm sure we'll see. Candle, again, not so sure. Surveillance camera unit, see, I think that the reason the video cut off was because this was broken, not because the candle went out, but we are suggesting that it's because the candle went out, so... I don't know, maybe there's going to be some conflict there. Okay, AC temperature, I already went over this with my suspicions of Mikan. Like, this messes with body, like, decay or whatever. And I think that Mikan's really the only one who would know anything about that. Evidence of a bloodstain. I mean, this kind of links Ibuki right in there, you know? Blood on the soles. She's the one who, like, cleaned this up. Semi-transparent blob. Sorry, glob. I'm pretty sure this is what was used to seal the door. As opposed to the drumstick. Mikan's account... I mean, see, it's weird, because this kind of gives her an alibi, doesn't it? But I think she's the murderer, so... not sure about that. I mean, we're going to be bringing this up a lot, so... I guess that's why we've got this. Although, hemp bag's important, because... There's only... Actually, I say there's only one. Monokuma implied that there's two, so... Okay, there we go, at the bottom there, because this is really what I wanted to clear up. There is a point where Mikan and Fujihiko are not together, which semi-erases her alibi. Sonya. Okay, yep, this is important for knowing Hiyoko's actions. Yeah, not really sure how this is going to be too relevant. I mean, I kind of understand why the movie's going to be relevant. Not so sure about the ticket, though. On Akuma's account... Okay, yeah, here we go. You get 2 hemp bags. So, technically, there are 2. We know there are 2, because someone has taken the first one. Okay, Wizard of Monomi, yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, that's it. Yeah, not really... I don't really have anything too conclusive here. Because I think we're going to be getting a lot of evidence in this trial. Yeah, overall, it really isn't that much evidence in the first place. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I will say, it's quite interesting, though. We don't actually have Hiyoko's murder weapon, which is... pretty much exactly the same as Teru's case, right? So, I wonder if we're going to have another one of those where we're going to need to, like, find it, you know? Yeah. Well, either way, we've got a bit of a reverse of what usually happens here, actually. I really don't have a clear-cut line of events, like, at all in this one, really. But I am pretty sure I know who the murderer is. Or murderers, I guess. So, if we put it all together, right? Hiyoko leaves her room. She goes to Titty Typhoon, where she's killed. Presumably last night, but she could have been killed like a day or so ago. I don't really remember the last time we actually heard from Hiyoko. And I don't think Sonya specified when she went in. Went into her room. Either way, that's not too big a deal. That would make a little more sense about why the AC was... why Mikan would have used the AC. Again, it's not as if I know it's Mikan, but it makes sense that it's Mikan, right? Yeah, so then... But then we've got the video, and then that, that happens. You know? Yeah, I don't know, because, we've also got this thing that it's apparently an imitation murder, but that's absolute bollocks. That makes no fucking sense. Even what they gave us doesn't make sense. The Hiyoko cowardly lion thing makes no sense. Look, as much as I don't want to see it, if it was gonna be an imitation murder, Hiyoko would have been shot with arrows. Or at least, killed and then been stabbed with arrows, you know? That's just how they would have done it. And, there's a number of things that weren't ever put into evidence that we know, or has been suggested, is evidence, right? Like the curtain in the storage room, and also at the end with Chiaki, right? Because that wasn't an optional bit. I know that there have been optional parts to investigations before. In Chapter 1 of Danganronpa 1, the talking to Chihiro and Hiro about the message, that's, entirely optional, because that doesn't give you any evidence. It's not important. But that thing with Chiaki was the last thing we did. That is important. To be honest, if it is important, again, pretty much the only person it could have been is Mikan, right? If something was important in there, she's the only one who really had access to it, who was in their right mind. And I also just fucking realised that the real reason Mikan didn't let us go into Ibuki's room wasn't because, the game just wants you to get on. It's because Ibuki was already in the music venue. She wasn't there. Fucking doy. I thought it was weird that there was a special message specifically for Ibuki, but not Akane. And I think I know why. A little hint from the game there. Anyway, it's been a little too long. Sorry to bore you. But I'm gonna shut up now, and we can get on with the class trial.
Let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Now, you see, thing here is, I realize I turned the volume down. I think that's, yeah. So, my bad.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is, and vote for who done it.
So, sometimes I turn the volume down in between, because it gets very loud. I did this a couple of episodes ago. Actually, it was a fairly long time ago in terms of episodes. Look, I mess up sometimes, okay? I mess up a lot. Oh man, look at that. Yoko's is absolutely tiny. Also, I was just going to say, probably important that we turn up the volume, considering that people like to be quite quiet in this game. And I'm just going to let this proceed. There we go, so I could see if Peko had a unique one. And yes, she kind of does. I mean, it kind of just looks like a thicker one to me.
But... If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Cool.
Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out.
Are we gonna do this again, like last chapter? We're gonna spend so much time on this thing that's ultimately not really gonna mean much.
You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, okay, it's not fair to say that, it doesn't matter or whatever, because the video does matter, but, you know. We're just describing things that have already happened.
Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Well, I think even if we explain it to you, you're not gonna get it, Akane. I'm sorry to say.
Fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Yeah, see, me and Kazuichi are on the same page.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it just means you're not very, you're not very useful here.
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
I mean, Sure.
Anyway,
Yeah.
shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments.
Yeah, loath as we are to admit it, Nagito is fairly important for these
Since he's the
trials.
first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Yoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital locker. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hip bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hip bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
The lighting in this class trial room is really gross. It was really noticeable with Kazuichi, because he's already bright yellow. But, like, it just makes Chiaki look really, like, sickly. You know what I mean? She look... Should I say this? No, I'm gonna reword it. She's got the color of piss.
We were also looking for Ibuki.
So is Fuyuhiko, to be fair. I think the lighting is just piss colored. I think that's what we're gonna go with.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways? Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Yeah, it's just Mikan being
After I
Mikan.
heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared,
Or is it?
I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hip bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hip bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily. Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who... Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad I'm glad this is going to have some sort of value instead of just recapping the events. Because, yeah, I think I said this. I thought it at the very least. Hajime is quite suspicious here, seeing that he's the one... Like, he's basically played the role of Celeste here from the last case. He's the one who's led everyone around at the beginning to find the bodies. So... It does put suspicion on him. I'm glad we're actually thinking about it. Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
It's kind of true, yes.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Well, if you're the murderer.
Obviously. So you can make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
I mean, yeah, no, he is a very, oh, excuse me. I mean, specifically our Hajime, too, right? Considering that we, you know... Well, I mean, not our... I say our Hajime as if it's not... Look, that was just the wrong word, okay? Considering that Hajime has, like, the most mobility, like, along with Fuyuhiko, he sort of has the most mobility around. He is pretty suspicious. For the first step, he is a good first suspect for us to go for.
Doubt me? If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Just as Kazuichi said, Naruto's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. No, I mean, look, you might have a bit of a bias against him, Hajime, but it's a good way to go. Damn it. I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Motel room keys, scrap, surveillance camera, motivation? Movie's invitation ticket. Well, I'm not really sure here. How do we prove it's real? God damn it. Oh yeah, I'll agree with that.
That would also be a lie. I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
True.
Hajime lied.
Well, obviously, because he's
What?
the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Uh,
It probably is Hajime's fault.
Hey, you know this! You know okay, I get it. I get why the tickets. You found out a breakthrough. No, I got it. It's the ticket.
He's clearly suspicious.
Oh, no, shit.
Testimony
There we go.
lied. And the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
Yeah, I got it.
That would also be a lie. I don't think I can deny that.
We didn't watch the movie. I mean, the movie... look, imitation murder is bullshit, but we didn't see it, so as long as we've got that theory...
Did Hajime kill both of them?
Okay, let's get ready. Boom. Thanks, Mihiru.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie. Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, he's right. Because no one else is going to call out Hajime, are they? We need someone to do it, so... You know what? You get a clean pass on this one, Nagito. And besides, it's a good first topic of discussion to go with.
Before the incident,
You know, you get right in.
Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right? Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place. Nagito, what are you doing? Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Yeah, no, he's right. I totally agree with Nagito on this one.
It also provides a good warm-up.
Again, I totally agree.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know?
I mean, it gets the conversation started, you know? It's sort of, it's why we usually discuss murder weapons, right? Because even though it's obvious, it gets the conversation rolling.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway. Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Yoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
What? Why would that be impossible? Why would those two things go together to make anything impossible?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
It's like less than 10 minutes, right?
Been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
I mean, unless they were super prepared. But yeah, no.
That's why
Pretty
the killer
impossible.
stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
But then they'd probably be stuck in there, especially with, you know, us other four hanging around.
What do you mean a closed room?
I mean, granted, again, considering that I think Mikan is the murderer, she is the one who would have had to come out of there real quick, but...
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
That would be correct,
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
which is what we discussed.
When we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
No, Fuyuhiko. That's ridiculous. However, that would narrow down the list of suspects to just Kazuichi and Sonia, who are two on my list, but no.
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two. Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
I mean, you are the only ones who don't have an alibi, like, at all.
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you. There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru.
You're right, actually, Nagito, and I did sort of talk about this, but he's not even here. I don't think he's going to be involved in this chapter. Thanks for the... Thanks.
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Dude, Nekomaru's the mastermind? What?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Or I guess... Yeah, have we even mentioned mastermind as a thing in this game? Person controlling Monokuma, let's go with that.
If the killer was hiding inside the venue,
Mastermind, you know.
obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
I mean, you're following that logic, yeah, you're right. It's wrong, but you...
Way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
I mean, it's a good line of logic. The killer's inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but is that really it? Nah, I don't think so. I assume we're gonna... Well, I don't know, maybe. I was gonna say I assume it'd be the glob. But... Okay, yeah, I think it is gonna be the glob, purely on the basis of that nothing else really is about the door. Oh, shit.
By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Is it gonna be that one right away?
Stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
So fucking close to shooting these. Of course I agree with Miss Sonia. Yeah.
In front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
He is, yeah.
Use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over. I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Yeah. So I feel like Sonia's almost always going to be an honorary suspect, purely because of the fact that she knows this sort of weird shit. Person's remark contradicts, I should be able to prove it with my evidence. Yeah, I think it's the early Fuyuhiko one.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Because with the glob, you can do it from the outside.
Second.
Yeah.
There's
There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
It was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably glue then, eh?
I see.
Yeah. Okay. I probably should have put that together earlier, but
Must have been glue.
yeah, no, that makes sense because I was like, maybe it's just something that hardened and jammed the door. But no, like it being glue makes a lot more sense.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, she ate it, so she would know.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness, and I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I'm sure Yoko would tell you it is if she was still here.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue is only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, it must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
Yep.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
You're right, and we did.
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
That's the point of placing the drumstick, right?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose?
Probably, yeah.
I totally fell for that fucking trap. Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
No more bleeding, please.
Both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Yoko and created a closed space?
Nah, I just don't think so.
They also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Aww, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they
I'm not even gonna.
Hajime was away from the venue,
That is one of the most suspicious fucking things I've heard anyone say ever in a class trial.
he must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier?
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right? And when you went back with everyone else, Kyoko's body was there too, right?
Correct.
But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Kyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yeah.
Just real?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper, is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Nagito's really doing my job for me this case already, isn't he?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Led the argument at first, now he's whipped out the evidence. A scrap that was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now, I should be able to figure out what it is. Is it going to be Hangman's Gambit? Yeah. It's the, oh wait, wallpaper? Is it? It's wallpaper, right? I'm going to hope it's wallpaper. It's wallpaper. Well, I might need you in a second. Oh, I need both of you, actually, so, okay, well, I'll break that one, actually, because that's... Oh, my God. Oh, 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 oh! Okay. Oh! 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 A P E. Where's the E? There's a, we need an E. There's an E. Ah! Oh shit! I didn't press it. Oh bollocks! Oh, it's all going to shit. No. Oh, I'm just missing here. Oh no! Fuck. Okay, well, that was a bit of a mess. Oh, shit. God damn it, that was going so well, and I fucked it.
Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yep.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
If so, you're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
Does it? That doesn't really look like it fits, but, I mean, it's got enough of the right shape, right?
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Yoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
Scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Yoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh. Right, logic dive. Okay. Do I remember the controls for this? I'm not sure. Was it? Okay, that's... Okay. Jump. Well, you know, comparatively, this is a much less hectic minigame. Okay, question 1. Why did Yoko's body suddenly appear at the scene? It was hidden. God damn it. That's a really weird control scheme for me. Maybe it's just because I'm not... Well, actually, I was going to say I've never owned a PlayStation console. That's actually not true. My first console was a PS2, so... Yeah, objectively wrong, but I haven't owned one in many a year, so I'm much more used to the Nintendo control scheme for buttons. Or button scheme, then, isn't it? What did the killer use to hide her body? The wallpaper. And, yeah, having triangle be, like, the jump button and X accelerate just feels so wrong. Well, it's, I mean, I like this as an idea, but, like, it's not a... It's not a very exciting minigame, is it? Question 3. How did the killer... They formed a wall, they covered the pillar. I mean, that's, like, the same thing, right? Like, they covered the pillar. Because her body's on the pillar, so they just covered the pillar. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... What you just asked me was the exact same thing, but, I mean, hey. I ain't too fussed.
I got it. Yoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Man, we've gotten to this way quicker than I thought we would.
Taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
I mean, you wouldn't have really noticed.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Yoko's body was already there.
And as I said last time, if it's kind of why they... Actually, was it last time? I think it was I think it was first episode, actually, of the investigation. That's why they probably taped the neck, so if they didn't, Yoko's head would just sort of flop forward and would make this whole disguise not make any sense, because you'd be able to see her.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I could have gone back to look at the footage for what I had to check that, but I didn't really want to. But yeah, no, the you know, because that seems a bit like cheating. But yeah, no, the pillar's a bit thicker in the original.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Yeah, that
That's
tracks.
how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lining.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Yeah, it is cutting it close.
Going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
The crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
I mean, all I have to do is...
Peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal. Then, when was Hyoko actually killed? Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Oh, really?
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
I mean, it is a masterpiece, to be sure.
Don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Okay.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Really? The only similarity is the hanging.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
No, it doesn't! You fucking high! No, it is not!
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Well, you know, wait till Danganronpa V3, we have a robot there, we can mutilate that Tin Man, tush.
Why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, well, to mix up the killing order.
I see. The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order. Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Does it?
If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Literally no one said anything, Gundam.
Not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Jesus, Chiaki is full of sass in these class trials, isn't she?
Bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
Ah, yeah, we've already cleared this.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hyoko was killed. That would mean Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How right. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
I mean, look, Gundam, I love you, but this is very flowery for just saying, I don't know what you mean.
And he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Yoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Standing in blood.
It seems you suffer
Or,
from
like, clearing blood.
delusion. You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just going to talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hyoko was killed. Oh, it's got to be her shoes, right? Her slippers or whatever. Or is it just Ibuki's feet? Blood on the soles. There we go. It's this one. It's gotta be.
When Yoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yes, sir, they were.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
Did ya?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes, actually.
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something.
On what? The ladder?
Instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, I say.
Oh,
It doesn't even pierce my heart.
god damn it, Kazuichi. Be a mark on her ass! Jackie said Ibuki was, was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
When Yoko died,
Yes, actually.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Oh,
Did you see her walking?
If her feet
okay,
were on the
I'm
floor,
getting ready.
was there any
Oh,
sign-
boom! Gotcha.
I agree with that.
Nice! Got him.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something.
Yeah. Something. Quote unquote. I mean. No, it's alright. I mean, I was just thinking, wouldn't like the rubbed away bloodstain be better for this? But no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't, actually. Because, like, there's no evidence that Ibuki is the one who did that. At least not without this. And even then, it's not, like, for certain, so... Yeah, never mind that one. Look, never mind half the things I say, alright? I'm full of absolute bullshit.
That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
Yeah, faint.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Correct.
And it's Hiyoko's blood.
Yeah.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Ibuki stepped on her blood.
Means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
I still don't know what Hiyoko was doing on the stage. But, she was.
Underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Well, alright, I guess we're gonna get to test out that, new skill.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
Hey! That's my thing, Gundam! I'm the one who says that.
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Well, try me.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I will certainly try, Gundam. Assuming you don't entertain me too much first. Okay, rebuttal showdown. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. I'm gonna assume it's the smudge on the floor. Oh, God. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Impossible. Try to remember
Ow.
what I see. There was no blood on the floor.
Yes, there was.
Can't step on blood
Wait, hang on.
there. Just about 1 minute. See you, nice nightmare.
Despite his exaggerated protests, I feel like I've already seen an opening to counter. Is this a trap?
Saying the blood on
Yeah.
Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko.
Where is it?
Impossible.
No, that's not it. There we go.
To remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Yes, there is. Or was.
Cut through those words.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Well, actually.
I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
I mean, yeah.
When the killer tried to hide Yoko's body, they probably
So Ibuki was just, like, hanging out, you know? I mean, again, look, I'm saying, once more, probably Ibuki who killed Hiyoko. But, like...
They wiped off the blood on the floor. Was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Yoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far. Aside from Miko, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikan's autopsy?
That's right. I didn't know the time of death because of the heater.
The time of death wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Monokuma file just to get concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Yoko was killed before Ibuki.
Yeah, man, I don't even think we've reached the hour mark yet. We've been doing this for like half an hour.
It appears
We've already
that
hit this mark.
It is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then.
I don't think his pride will allow it.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Oh.
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Yeah, and it was very important.
If the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Yeah, I don't have an alter ego to default to this time, eh? Because you're group punching bad.
What do you mean?
Bad bag.
Actually committed suicide.
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
I mean, yeah.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
Well, thanks, Nagito, for bringing this up. I mean, actually, I was going to say kind of discredits my entire theory, but everything you've said so far has kind of been right, so surprisingly, maybe not theory entirely discredited yet, but, well, I mean, okay, it was just the Ibuki kills Hiyoko thing, but yeah, well, to a certain degree, ouch.
It's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
Oh, well, that's just not true,
She
Kazuichi.
was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Well, I don't know about anything, but
But
yes.
if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
You're right, which means that someone else would have had to be with her.
After Hajime
Had to
saw
have
the
been with
hidden
her.
body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Okay, that's a bit of a
She
stretch.
waited until Hajime left. That's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene. She hanged herself. Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging.
Yeah, that's not... I mean, the ladder was already kicked over when we first found her. She probably wasn't going to be getting out of that very easily.
Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
That too?
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
I mean, it could still be the case, to be honest. We dismissed that very quickly without really using too much evidence. Because Ibuki can still do it if there's, you know, the +1. In this case, Mikan. You know? Don't dismiss it too quickly, guys. I mean, we went over this literally last case. Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was. So,
Well, yeah.
alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Mm-hmm.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
Pretty sure Kazuichi already cleared that up, yeah.
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
It would have to be.
What time did Hajime see that video?
It was right before the morning
I
announcement.
saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's
Yeah.
morning announcement. And I saw the body of the music video a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
That's what we
Since
kind of
we
saw, yeah.
established that Yoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Which is kind of everyone.
I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Because, yeah, before the announcement, no one really has an alibi.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
I think so, yeah.
What about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Well, we have no proof of that, Kazuichi.
Everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
Correct. Except for Gundam, actually. Gundam and Chiaki.
Supposed to be my own cottage.
Yep.
It's not an alibi.
Also true.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Okay, I think it's going to be, actually, funnily enough, Mikan's account. The murders supposedly happened during the round... Blah, 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 blah. I mean, assuming that it's right before, which I don't agree with, I think Hyoko's probably killed like a day before. Yep, right up until the Monokuma announcement.
Exclude the sick people.
But if we're going with that line of logic,
And what about the others?
that will be Mikan.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Boop, boop.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone
Okay,
who
well,
stayed
let's just speed through this. Okay, it's right around here.
The disease.
Next one, I'm pretty sure. Oh, boom! Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong, baby!
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
I mean... Again, I've already been over this. I don't actually think this alibi is valid. Purely because I, one, don't think Yoko was killed, like, the second before the announcement. And two, because, yeah, Ibuki may have been acting on her own. Doesn't mean someone, like, you know, killed her. It's kind of
Mikon and I both have alibis.
meaningless.
You two have alibis?
Like, this alibi actually doesn't make any sense. Like, it, well... 'cause, like, presuming that Hiyoko was killed, like, immediately before, which is sort of what we're going with right now, then yeah, this alibi stands. But, no.
Until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
One that nearly led to my own death, thank you. Of the Hajime's own death.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
Oh, don't be jelly, Chiaki.
To the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the
must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
I mean, I know, we keep on saying it. I don't think Yoko was killed right before... That was a terrible click. Right before the announcement. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Yeah, I mean, really, again, the weakest alibis are Sonya's and Kazuichi's, because they have none. And for Yuhiko's too, but, you know.
Committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie? Are you saying there was another reason? I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Mm-hmm. The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose? What kind of trap is it? What? Already? We bet. Wait, hang on. This has barely even been an hour. Are we gonna get, like, 2 intermissions? Or, like, is this trial just gonna be super fucking short? Because the second half of the last case was really short. I mean, to be fair, is this just a really short case? Like, opposite of last one, where, like, sure, the case was short, but the case was just increased exponentially because we were following up on a really dumb idea and the whole Twilight Syndrome murder case thing. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess this is gonna be one episode then.
Why, hello there, Monami. The boss balls sure look tasty today. Stop it! Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls! And here's some chance time!
Oh, good, Mario Party.
What's that? Now then, Monami's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% of your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long! It'll just be a boring appeal! Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then, I'm Usami, magical miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. No, you're Monami. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment.
What are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
You know, I'm sorry I have to subject you to the Monami voice. Yeah, I didn't expect this episode to be over so soon. This was, like, the length of the investigation part, but, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one? Where we might finish the class trial? What? Yeah, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.